with a sharp beak has such teeth, dear.
Did you know in Hartford, Connecticut, it is illegal to cross a street while walking on your hands? Now, what if a person in a wheelchair loses their wheelchair? How the hell are they supposed to get across the street in Hartford, Connecticut?
Leave it to those snooty assholes to have a rule like that where you can't have any fun.
Why would that be bad?
Yeah, right. Screw you.
Exactly. So if you're in Hartford, I'm gonna we'll chip in to pay your damn fine. Go ahead and go across the street walking on your hands. Fuck those people in Hartford. Hey, by the way, okay, I'm sorry.
How's the Exorcist chick? Remember she walks down the stairs backwards?
Oh, that's right.
How's she get across?
I don't know. I guess when your head's spinning, you probably don't get arrested quite as quickly. Hey, we're Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. That's tiny. I'm the Prince of Pittsburgh. And we are the only Category 5 podcast that you've ever heard in your life because we're the only one in the world, the whole world. And we also are alcohol influencers. I'm still waiting that to take off, you know? Other people get all this credit for being influencers.
Or some fucking sponsorship or something.
I know. And once again, I am classing up the place. Man. You know who I am got a quote from this week? William Shakespeare.
Oh,
William Shakespeare. And he said, I pray you do not fall in love with me, for I am falser than vows made in wine. Now, that's a nice alcohol comment, but that's why I fucking never understood Shakespeare. Why couldn't that motherfucker just write regular shit?
Yeah, like,
you know?
Yeah.
Hey, I get fucked up. Don't listen to me.
Don't bother.
Yeah. I mean, I am falser than vows made in wine. I actually kind of know what that means, but when I read his shit, I never know what it said. So I was a poor English student, but
me too.
Damn it, I understand why, because that's just bullshit.
Yeah, that's
right. You know,
get to the point.
Exactly. Okay, this is when you're watching. This does have a name, but right now I don't know it. But this is number 156, so we're going with number 56. What athlete is interesting or your favorite? We'll go with Tiny first. What do you got?
He was the first that came to mind, and he has wrestling ties.
Oh, wow.
Because he wrestled Bam Bam Bigelow at WrestleMania 8, was it?
Bam Bam Bigelow?
Yeah, none other than Lawrence Taylor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. He did the wrestling thing. I'm going to get my WrestleMania wrong, but he wrestled Bam Bam Bigelow. And his stories are awesome. I mean, because he was always fucked up and, coked up and just a bad mamma jamma too on the field. So he was
a hell of a player.
Yeah. So
like him or not, he was about the best.
And he would scare me to death to have to line up next to, across from him and whatever the hell he was going to do.
Yeah. How did he do against Bam Bam Bigelow?
He won, actually.
Did he?
And listen, the dude was so athletic. His wrestling moves were rough, but being so athletic, he held his own.
I'll bet.
Yeah, he did just fine. And Bam Bam carried the match, but he ended up winning. And for wrestling, he's as much I hate that Jake Paul dude or whatever. Yeah, he's a good wrestler too.
Yeah,
just because they're superior athletes. I mean, his athleticism was off the charts.
All right. Well, I have two for number 56. One, I just felt like I had to mention him because of last week's Would You Rather and this week's Hell's Half Acre. Mike Vrabel. When he played I don't know if he was always 56, but he was 56 for the Steelers.
That's right.
Okay. You're going to hear more about his on again, off again girlfriend later on, so we won't go into him. And then I always feel sorry for these kind of guys. Juan Jimenez pitched for the Pirates.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He was a 1974 September call-up.
Oh, boy. Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong one.
Yeah, you sure are. I thought you were bullshit. I thought you were being funny.
No.
I should have known.
No.
Yeah, you're never fucking funny. Juan Jimenez came up in 1974. He pitched in 4 games. He got 4 innings, 6 hits, 2 walks, 3 earned runs. His ERA was 6.75. He had 2 strikeouts too. 2 strikeouts. So That was his career. Never played before or after that in the majors. Man. So Juan Jimenez, I think you're still alive, although I didn't really look that up.
Okay.
If you're dead, sorry too. Sorry. I'm sure you have a nice family. Okay, we're moving right on. We've already covered Walking on Your Hands, William Shakespeare, number 56. Now we're going to science, Newscientist magazine. This week's headlines. I read that magazine, so you don't have to, and Tiny doesn't have to, but you're going to be up on your science trends. Okay, first headline. Nanodiamonds are surprisingly squishable. What are nanodiamonds? Do you know?
Don't tell Misty what they are, because that's what I got her for her wedding ring.
And, okay, I'm going to go back with our old thing.
Yeah.
The one that's surprising to me. I figured it'd be pretty squishable.
I've been around some nanodiamonds in my time. I'm not surprised at all.
Nah, me either. So screw you, Newscientist. We fucking knew nanodiamonds were squishable. Okay, headline number 2 is vaccine for bird flu is coming.
Uh-oh.
Now, how do you get the birds to go to the doctor? How's that fucking work?
Pretty some smart motherfucking birds.
But the Three Stooges didn't call people bird brain for those birds aren't too bright. I mean, they fly in the windows all the damn time.
Right.
So
yes.
Those are some dumbass. Are birds mammals? We have a science teacher. Okay. All right. Well, they're dumbass, whatever the fuck they are. Right. How about that?
Yes.
And then the third headline, I'm back with birds again. Birds aren't actually very good at flying compared to pterosaurs. Now, 2 things.
Is that what I have in my ass?
Pterosaurs are something from the dinosaur age. They flew so good. Why aren't they still fucking alive? Yes, right. Why'd they go extinct? Number 1. And number 2, maybe they're not good at flying because that bird flu's still coming.
Yeah, right.
Once that bird flu comes and they get shot, then I bet you they fly like a bitch.
Yeah, weighs them down. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, okay. So birds, you got good stuff coming to you. You're not going to get the flu quite as much, and you're going to fly a lot better.
Yeah.
How about that? All right, this week I watched a movie. You've never heard of it, and you would hate it.
Oh, no.
It's called Best of Me. Oof. And you would hate it.
You would hate a date movie.
It is. It is. And I got to admit, I have a little bit of. I like Michelle Monaghan, and she was in it, and that's the reason I turned it on.
Any titties in it?
Huh?
Any titties in it?
No.
I'm out.
No, yeah, I knew you would be, but still, she looked good in it, in parts. But here's the part I was upset about. She had this boyfriend, and he kind of did her wrong when they were young, and then they reunite later on. Okay. And he kind of wants to get back with her. And he's a good-looking dude. And she said, "Why couldn't you be fat or bald?" I'm fat and bald. I was offended by that. Like, why isn't someone sticking up for fat bald people? That's a bunch of shit. Like, could she get away with saying, why can't you be crippled or disfigured? Someone would give her shit. But fat and bald, number 1, fat. You can fucking do something about it, but it's not easy. Right. You fat people all know that out there. And bald, do you think I want to be fucking bald? No, but it happened to me. Just like crippled and disfigured people. But why the fuck can they say that on a movie? Fat and bald, but crippled and disfigured are bad things.
You need a famous person to take stand with this with you and bitch about it more.
I know. I was hoping we'd become famous, but that doesn't look real good right now.
I'm optimistic.
Okay. Well, I hope you fat bald people. I know I don't have a shot with Michelle Monaghan now because, she said, I wish you were fat or bald.
Yeah.
Bitch. Okay. I went to a seminar this week.
Hey-o.
Yeah. Those of you that watch regularly know every once in a while I go to one of these, and it was Immigrationto America.
Oh, boy.
And not very well attended, probably 35 people. But the clapper was there.
Oh, no.
No. Number 1, I was going to make fun of him because he was falling asleep at the beginning, but I almost was too. Now, he did do the clapper, got his name because he claps sometime when nobody else claps.
Nice.
He clapped twice in this one.
Wow.
Something about the guy said illegal aliens don't really vote that much, and something about the song Born in USA, and that got a clapping from the clapper both times. Applause.
Wow. Okay.
And then he raised his fist once when they showed Italians standing in line at Ellis Island.
Oh, no.
And the clapper was happy with that. But I'll move on.
You guineas in your pride, man. I'll tell you what.
I know.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about putting my power fists up. But okay, I got one more thing to say about this seminar. The History Hobo, who I met, he's about his third or fourth timer. But first off, this lady comes up and introduces it for about 4 or 5 minutes because she talks about things that are coming up. Then the History Hobo walks up, and the first thing he does, he says, I got to take a sip. Why couldn't he take a sip of water before he fucking did that? I mean, he was sitting there for 5 minutes while this lady was talking.
Sure.
But anyway. The hobo gets excited about weird shit. I think I told you, and I told you guys too, but you probably don't remember, that we were close to, what is it, the Wisconsin ice sheet? He was all fired up about that. So he's telling us about, he knows his history.
How do you remember that?
It just comes to me when I see the History Hobo.
Man.
So he's fired up. Germany's not even Germany yet, but it's German states. But they're being very strict with scientists and engineers. He called them intellectuals. So he's building up. He's building this thing up, and because you knew he was going to say, and they ousted these people, and this guy came to America. And at first, I thought it was going to be like Einstein because that did happen, but this was way before Einstein. So I actually knew that it wasn't going to be Einstein, but I'm thinking, okay, some guy, Germany let go, and he invented some really good shit.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting. Who's this guy going to be? Who's this guy going to be? And then he says, and you know who came to America? John Roebling, and he and his brother founded Saxonburg. Now, for those of you that aren't local, even if those of you are local, you probably don't know what the fuck Saxonburg is. I think we would have gotten along just fine without Saxonburg, wouldn't you think? Have you ever been to Saxonburg?
Oh, I know where, because I used to work up there, yeah.
Okay, well, we've all been near it. Hardly any of us go there because there's no reason. No.
Yeah.
So John Roebling and his brother got out of there and founded Saxonburg. How about that, huh?
Couldn't even have been something like a rubber mallet or something.
I thought
something of value.
Well, and actually, the thing he didn't even say this. I had to look it up. Apparently, they invented wire rope, but we already had wire and we already had rope.
Yeah,
it was just stronger rope. I mean, someone was going to invent that shit anyway. Right.
Yeah. All
right. Well, once again, you didn't do the survey this week.
I looked at it. I don't know who any of those chicks are. They're all old. Is that this one or is that the new one?
That's next one.
Oh, whoops.
No, this one was about four meals.
Oh, I did see that one. I didn't vote.
You know, all you got to do is hit one button.
That's asking a lot.
Okay. Anyway, for those of you out there on our website, or you can go to Facebook. Last week it was 80s comedies and food, and you can go to the website to see the results. I think Grandma won, and two people that I know, both of them saw 20 movies.
Wow.
I had seen 19 of them.
They were all good, though.
They were. Yeah. They were. Now, this week, please, website, or we got 70s comedies. How many have you been to? How many have you seen? And then we have the favorite singers. Okay. That's this week. This week.
Yeah.
Okay, so why keep watching? Hopefully we get better. Okay, we got Dear Tiny coming up, and we are now officially 59 years of marriage with no divorce.
Right.
As of today.
That's
right? Mine was Wednesday. Yours is today.
Yeah.
I'm sure your wife just loves it that I'm not even going to bring that up, going out with Bob. There's something to fucking matter. She should divorce your ass. And then for story time, we were going to tell stories, but no, I have terrible tortures.
Nice.
And these are real. So the real shit from History Magazine.
Not much different than our stories.
No, probably a little easier on you. Then I have Transylvanian Brain Freeze, movie and music. We have a week 5, which is the final week of season 8. So we're going to declare a champion this week. Argy Bargy, I definitely have something to bitch about. Hell's Half Acre. I have Fish-EyedFrida against Dianni Russini. That's going to be a good matchup. Okay. And in Samurai Chatter, for you sports fans, we're going to talk about who was the best coach, but with a little twist. So we'll be back. Stay right there with Dear Tiny.
Dear Abby, my feet are too long. My hair's falling out.
Welcome back. This is Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk, and this is our Dear Tiny segment, where Tiny will answer questions from letters we get, and why is he qualified, and why sometime am I qualified to throw in my 2 cents, because we are 59 years of marriage with no divorce. 59 years. Top that, bitch. Okay, so this first one, we get 2 letters this week, but this first one pretty long. This is from Dreading Summer in Suburbia.
Wow.
Dreading Summer in Suburbia. Dear Tiny, my wife and I are both school teachers. I used to look forward to our summertime breaks. Lots of fun and good times.
Wow.
But the past 2 years, she's come up with projects for me that consumed my entire vacation. 2 years ago, she wanted to replace the bricks around our fireplace all the way up to the 20-foot ceiling with stone. A week after I finished, she said she liked the brick better and had me replace the stone with brick.
Jesus.
Then, there's more. Last summer, she wanted me to paint the kitchen cabinets. I do careful work, sanding, prepping, finishing. I don't just slap on coats of paint. After 7 different colors, she said the original natural wood was best after all. This summer, she has an idea to replace all the perfectly good flooring on the first floor of our house. Tiny, what can I do to keep from spending the entire summer ripping up our floors again and again? So what do you have to say to all of this?
You know, they've been spending all these summers replacing stuff. I think he needs to replace the wife. I think that's the best thing he could sub out of all the other stuff he's fixed over the last couple summers. Yeah. Get out of that. First, teacher, no. You're masons and carpet. That's fine if it's their side project stuff. No, I am not. You get maybe one shot. If it's not what you want the first time, then you got to do it yourself after that. You got me for one. You got me for one. After that, it's on you. Whether you pay somebody or you do it yourself.
I think that's tremendous. I'm not going to even add my part of the thing because I think that's putting it perfectly. Okay, you ready for letter number 2?
Let's do it.
Okay, this is from the Smithfield Street Sasquatch.
I know I've dated one of those.
So the Smithfield Street Sasquatch said, Dear Tiny, my wife, Elaine Nardo, asked me if she looked fat in her new jeans.
Oh.
I said, do you promise not to get mad no matter what I say? She replied with a yes, I promise. So then I told her that I was sleeping with her best friend and that I sold her car and lost the money gambling. Now she's upset. Tiny, why can't women keep their fucking word?
I'll take it a step further. Why can't women, when they say they want to be honest, they never want you to be honest? That's what I don't understand. They say, give me your honest opinion. I was like, well, do you want me to hear what I want to say or what do you want to hear? That's just how every conversation goes. You just want to hear what you want to hear. That's all that comes down to. Every time.
Okay, so the Sasquatch is okay with with fucking her best friend.
I mean, you know, they could have sent some pics. Maybe that would have helped me make my decision easier.
Well,
I don't know.
I'll see if the Sasquatch had a return address. Maybe
there you go.
Maybe I'll
after the show. Maybe.
Okay. All right. That's Dear Tiny for this week. We'll be back with stories about ancient tortures and executions. How about that? That was good timing, huh? Okay.
That's a good one.
We are back. Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. And sometimes we tell nonsensical and inane stories, which we probably will next week. But this week, I got factual. These are ancient, terrible tortures and executions. And we'll go one by one. And I don't know, maybe we'll discuss as we go. We'll see. All right. Some of them you know, some of them you probably don't. Number 1 is Gunga Rao. This was ancient up until the 19th century in India and Southeast Asia. And somehow we talked about this one other time. This is being crushed by an elephant's foot. The victim's head was put on a pedestal, and the
man.
elephant was encouraged to lower his foot and all his weight on the guy's head.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
By the way, these are for criminals, not for just the general populace.
Yeah, right. See, remember what was there was a movie, Faces of Death. Remember that was supposedly real killings and stuff? They proved it was wrong, but it was all fake. But
all right, so you like the gungareo? Huh?
I do. Yeah, I've ridden an elephant before.
Okay, that's right. You have. Should have fucking put his foot on your damn head. Okay, this next one's called the Brazen Bull. This one might be the worst one. Maybe not the worst, but it's up there.
Oh boy,
this was ancient, and this was in Italy. The victim was placed in a constructed bronze bull. A fire was lit underneath, and the victim roasted to death. And to add worse, pipes made victims' cries sound like animal grunts.
So you died inside a hot metal bronze.
Yeah. You roasted to death
awful.
inside this big brazen bull.
Damn.
Yeah, how about that?
Woof.
Okay. This one, this is called the wheel. A lot of people have heard this. Is ancient up to the 19th century in Europe. Body tied was across the diameter of the wheel, and you were either beaten or burned to death on the rotating wheel. There's a couple that are worse than this, I think.
I'd rather be beaten than burned, I think.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
No, but I think I don't know. Would you rather the wheel burned or the brazen bull?
The wheel.
Yeah, me too.
The wheel.
Me too.
That you got to wait for that metal to get hot, and then
exactly.
Oh my God,
exactly.
I couldn't imagine being stuck inside. Oh, that's a terrible, terrible way.
Okay, this next one's called Ling Chi, but you've actually everyone's heard of this. Death by 1,000 cuts. And this was the 10th to the 20th century. So in China, they would tie victims to a wooden frame or post in public square, making cuts to the body one by one. And the aim was to keep the victim alive as long as possible. That's a pretty bad one, isn't it?
And here we go. We try to keep our cigars lit as long as that's about as struggle as we have.
Right.
Wow. That's
I will say one thing. These are pretty good deterrents for people thinking about they're on the edge of committing a crime.
And there's a recurring theme where it's all in the public.
Absolutely. Almost everyone. See? Almost everyone.
Yep.
Okay, this one's called Judas Cradle. By the way, I got these from it's called All About History. This is a real magazine, not the gossip bullshit that I get some of my stuff from. And this happened the 15th to 18th century in Europe. Oh boy, this was a tough one too. There was a pyramid-shaped seat. Okay.
Oh.
They lowered the person slowly onto the seat and let gravity and their weight gradually lower down further and further. The execution could take hours or even days, and they did this in the jail. It was witnessed by prisoners to convince them to confess to their crimes.
Ugh.
I'd confess to just about anything.
To die by being split in half from the crotch. Oh,
slowly. Yeah. Okay. You guys, I hope you're taking notes and you vote for your best one. Let us know. Okay. This one's not that good either.
They're getting better.
This is called rat torture.
Oh, no.
Okay. This has happened the 16th to the 20th century in various parts of the world. I'd never heard of this one before. A rat was placed on the victim's stomach under a cage or a bucket. A fire was then applied to the receptacle, forcing the rat to eat through the victim's body to escape the heat.
Oh, man. Didn't we at one point here talk on the show about a rat's nest when all their tails get stuck together and stuff? Did we talk about that on this show?
I certainly didn't.
There's something I know we did on here, I think. Anyways, that's a oof.
Okay, here's another one I never heard of. This is called scaphism, and this was in ancient times. And they said that enclose the victim between two small boats with their head and their limbs outside of the vessels. The victim was fed milk and honey. That sounds pretty good, right?
But
diarrhea would follow, leading to disease, insect infestation, and slow, agonizing death. And sometimes they'd put more honey on the body to attract animals.
Wow. That's like remember that movie Saw? They had all those crazy tests and all that. That's like, oh man. See, maybe when they had like all that Guantanamo Bay stuff, instead of just playing Metallica and other music to make the prisoners go crazy, they could have tried some of this shit.
Sure, it would work.
Some milk and honey.
That's right. This is called drawing and quartering. And this was the 13th and 19th century in England. I don't know. I think we talked about this one time too. Limbs were tied to horses, all four, who galloped in separate directions. Now, sometimes they did this when the person was alive. Sometimes they disemboweled or beheaded them before, and they just showed that in a public square, and the body would pull apart. And
can I tell you, I've actually seen one of these before.
Really?
They're used. This will be a test for anybody that knows. Back in when the internet was still in its early days, for me anyway, which would have been like late 90s, early 2000s, there used to be a website called consumptionjunction.com.
Oh, you have brought that up.
And they used to have, this was back when like they would behead reporters and all that shit, and they'd have video of it. And it was all out there. Like I remember Chris Farley died, and they had his like they showed the crime scene, or not crime scene, they showed the death scene.
Yeah.
Consumption Junction had one of these, and it was gross.
Yeah, I can't.
It was gross. It was one of those things you can't unsee. You know, I wish I never saw it. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Okay, and this one's a simple one. Falling, it's called, from ancient times up until the 21st century. But I'm going to give you a specific one, and this is simply taking people up to a tall cliff and thrown down on rocks below to their death. Now, listen to this shit. This took place for two people in Iran in 2006.
Jesus.
And you know what their crime was?
Oh, no.
They were gay.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
And people wondering why we're pissed off at those people.
Right. Yeah.
20 years ago.
I mean, I believe it with those crazy fuckers.
Oh, yeah. They tossed two people off for being gay.
Jesus.
Onto the rocks. Okay. You've heard of this one probably. This is called the rack. And this is ancient to the 18th century in Europe. The victim was tied to a wooden frame, but ankles and wrists were tied to ropes or chains that looped through an axle at either end. The axle was then turned, pulling arms and legs in different directions, dislocating joints and tearing muscles. Yeah. And the last one.
I get that same sinking feeling in my stomach when I hear that.
Oh, I know.
Like when Joe Theismann got sacked. You know, ever see when Joe Theismann I always get that sink. I just got it there, too. Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Well, for me, with bad ankles, almost every time a guy comes down, and I get that same thing.
Yeah. Who was the guy for Louisville?
Oh, yeah. I remember him. Yeah. Okay, last one that I'm going to give you. I actually cut a few out. This one's called Iron Maiden.
Oh, there
you like Iron Maiden?
I love Iron Maiden. They're fantastic.
Well, this was the 19th century. This one's pretty bad. This was an upright metal coffin, closed slowly, but it had spikes all through, and it slowly impaled the victim within, causing a gruesome death.
Oh, look! Anytime you're confined to any area, I'm out.
Yeah, me too.
That would be worse than
me too. That's
why terrible.
Those are terrible. Once again, I think because of the confinement and the heat, the Brazen Bull, I think, might have been but not that I would want any of these, you know.
That and the Iron Maiden for the same reason, being stuck inside something. Although getting split in half from the crotch doesn't sound like a party either. No. I once watched a Three Stooges thing. And the three of them got caught, and the king said, well, we're going to be nice. We'll give you your choice of how you want to die. And I think it was Larry said, oh, that's easy, old age. That wasn't on this list, but that's where I want to go. We'll be back with Transylvanian Brain Freeze.
Transylvania Brain Freeze.
As you just heard, it's time for Transylvanian Brain Freeze. We got 3 of them today. The Texas Department of Transportation has decided it won't make any more road signs for the town of Bug Tussle because more than 70 signs have been stolen. Now, resident Deborah Stout said, people just like the name Bug Tussle and they steal the signs, but I got to take umbrance with that.
Ooh, that's a good word.
I don't think that is why. Do you know that is where the Clampets were from originally?
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. Now, this is
That
Bug
makes a lot
Tussle,
of sense.
Texas, but they were from Bug Tussle, Tennessee. And that's why people were taking those damn signs.
That makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
So, Deborah Stout, you're full of shit. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Those signs are getting taken away because of the Beverly Hillbillies.
So ever since the ATV rules were passed up here, you've probably seen all the ATV signs on the street signs.
I've actually seen none.
The green. There's one. You can look out the window right here.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
I keep teasing Tori. I'm like, go steal one of those for us. We can hang it in here. She no, I'm not getting out of the car. So if I keep tell her if you see her, tell her you want one of those ATV signs.
All right, I will.
Anyways,
all right. You said this a couple of shows ago that you miss competition, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
much so.
Well, I think I got something for you.
Uh-oh.
Applications are now open for the Sperm Racing World Cup. This could be you. So that's Sperm Racing World Cup. Applications be taken in. Organizers expect specimens from 128 countries to race around a tiny track. This could be perfect for you. Now listen to this. First prize is $100,000.
Holy shit.
Now, Garrett Ninkonenko said, sperm racing is not a joke. How fast your sperm moves is a massive factor in fertility.
Yeah.
So now here's something for you to think about. That part of it's good, part of it's bad.
Yeah.
Applicants must be 18 or older.
Okay.
You're good,
Yep.
but free of STDs.
Ooh.
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts. The next part's good for you, though.
Yeah.
And be available to participate in qualifying rounds and tournaments.
Oh,
I'm sure you have no problem with that, right?
My ass is very available. Yeah.
So, Tiny's ready for that sperm racing. How about you?
There's a 489 documented 40 in there. What are you talking about? It's ready to go.
For your sperm?
Yeah, it's in there. Right? If I was capable, that means it's capable.
No, it doesn't mean that at all. It doesn't mean that at all. But I'm sure you're good at checking off, so I'm sure you'll do just fine.
I'm amphibious.
In the sperm race. You probably are amphibious, but can you do it with both hands?
It feels weird.
Yeah. You lose tempo. You got to have tempo. You got to have tempo.
I agree.
Okay. Last brain freeze for you.
Right.
Okay. This guy is he's a smart businessman here. Javier Yatt.
Ooh.
Javier Yatt. He's a 23-year-old mechanic from Brooklyn, New York, and he works for himself. Listen to this. See if you could do this. From 12:30 a.m. to 10 a.m., 12:30 a.m., half hour after midnight to 10 a.m., he parks his van near a pothole that is 60 square inches and 12 inches deep.
Holy shit.
He replaces 15 to 20 tires each night, charging between $150 to $300 per tire.
Damn.
Yatt said, one man's misfortune is another man's blessing.
Good for him.
Now, wouldn't you think Brooklyn maybe would
I mean,
fill that pothole?
You think somebody's insurance company would say, hey, I'm tired of fixing shit to get this. Wow. That's more than a pothole, though. That thing's monster.
Yeah, but I think Yatt's been doing it for over a month. So
Jesus.
That's some good money he's
God
bringing
bless
in.
him. Yeah, good for him.
Good for Javier Yatt.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be back with the movie game coming up last week of this season 8. Listen to this. Oh, what a way to start the movie game. This is week 5, which is the final week of season 8. And we're going down to the wire here. And in the movie game, I give you 2 quotes. I give you 2 characters. I give you 2 actors. And then at the end of that, you give me the name of the movie. That's 5 points. And the year it came out, one either way for 1 more point. And we happen to be doing sequels now. It will not be the first one. So you got to name the franchise, but you also have to name the number, and this one has a number and a name. Either one will do. You can get the number or the name that goes along with it. That'll do.
Okay.
All right, here goes. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, first one, little conversation. Sir Lancelot at your service. Theodore Roosevelt, President of the United States. I have no idea what that means. Then the next one is, you are speaking to the Pharaoh. Kiss my staff. Is it okay if I don't? Okay, now I'm giving you 3 characters and actors this time, just because I'm nice. Larry Daly, Ock, and Sir Lancelot are 3 characters. And then Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, and Ben Kingsley are 3 actors. Now, before you can pause out there in podcast land, and I just fucked up something here, but won't be the first or last time. Hate to do that. But here are the scores of the movie game. And boy, we got it coming down to the wire. Yimmy leads again. He's won this a lot, but Big Dog is right on his ass. Right on his ass. And we haven't heard now. Okay, Coach Pinkman, did he die? Because I haven't heard from him for weeks.
He retired, but he didn't
I know. He should have more time. And I sent him a reminder, and then damn 3-pack. I haven't heard from him this week, and he's right in the running.
Wow.
Unless he shot himself because not enough people came to his store during the draft. You know, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, wow. We got a good race here. Okay, do you have any idea what this movie is?
So at first I thought it was one of the Bill and Ted's, but I don't remember any of it. It was different president, I think they went back to get and whatever for his project. Once you said Ben Stiller, is it Night at the Museum?
It is. Okay, so he's halfway there, but what number is this? Not the first one. What number, or if you know the name of the... What they called it?
I'm going to say 3 because I really don't know.
Oh, wait a second. Oh,
here, right in front of you. The bell? Or
yeah. Tiny gets it right.
Okay.
Night at the Museum 3, Secret of the Tombs. Secret of the Tombs. That's why I threw the Pharaoh in there.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, now, what year did this come out?
I'm going to say the first year that popped in my head because I have no idea. 2010.
Not horrible. 2014.
Okay.
2014.
Yeah, I've never seen any.
Tiny puts up a 5. Okay. Two fun facts about this movie. Mickey Rooney and Robin Williams, who both were in the movie, they both died before the movie's release.
Oh, wow.
So they made it to the end of the filming, but they didn't make it till the release.
Yeah, sure.
Man, Owen Wilson and Steve Coogan, I don't know the thing well enough to know who he is, but they've been in all 3, and they filmed all their scenes separately.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't say why. Like
they don't like each other? That's
what I thought for sure, but I don't know that was true. But anyway, that's your 2 fun facts. So Night at the Museum 3 or Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tombs. Either one of those will get you 5 points. 2013, 14, or 15 will get you 1 more point. We'll be back with the music game.
Beer, I like beer. It makes me a jolly good fellow.
There we go.
All right. Welcome to the music game. Music game, a little more complicated than the movie game. We're on sounds, so I don't really give you lyrics right now. I'm giving you sounds. And after you hear the sounds, if you get the title of the song, that's 3 points. The artist or the group, that's 2 more. And the year is 1 point. So here we go. And this, I've been waiting to do this one for a long time.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I don't care if anyone gets it or not. I've been wanting to frickin' do this. How about that?
As long as it's not the fucking Eagles.
Okay. It's not the Eagles. I'll give you that.
Good.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na, bow, sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na, bow, sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na, bow, sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na, oh, yip, 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 boom, 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 boom. You have no idea.
I don't think so.
Want me to do that again? I'm going to do it
Go
again,
ahead,
even if
do
you
it
don't want me
again.
to.
I want you to
Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na, ba-do, sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na, ba-do, sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na, ba-do, sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Oh, yip, 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 boom, 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 boom.
I got nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
No, my Uncle Rick would know this. This is right in his wheelhouse, I'm sure.
Let me put the.
yeah.
Of course, we don't know if you're going to put it up anyway.
Right.
Now, Yimmy has the lead in this too.
Jesus.
1 point over Flies Bro, who usually wins this.
Yeah.
But if the repack ever gets in touch with us, he's right in there. He could have the lead. He was mentioning that he's never won anything, but he has to freaking play to get in there. But we actually are pretty nice here. If he actually comes in, we'll give him his score from last week. I don't know if he ever will.
Yeah.
Anyway, you have no idea. Okay, this is get a job. Sha-na-na-na, da-na-na-na, get a job.
I actually do know that now that you said it.
And I'm guessing you have no clue who sang this.
No.
The Silhouettes.
Oh, boy.
And I'll let you guess a year.
1966.
Well, you were a lot closer than some other person I asked today. 1958.
Oh, wow.
1958.
Yeah, it was a good year.
The other person I asked was 40 years off on that one. Yeah. A little bit tough.
Yeah.
Okay. Get a job. The Silhouettes. 1958. Let us know how you did. Okay, we'll be back. I'm going to bitch about something.
Hey, give us some of that giving it all to Jay. Give it some of that
One of the shittiest commercials and characters, if you live in Pennsylvania, is Gus, the second most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania. For those of you that live out of state, these annoying fucking commercials that they've been running since 2004. And then I read in 2012 they took Gus off, and then by popular demand they brought him back. Yeah, I don't understand that either. Gus is foolish. His voice is annoying, and he walks like he hadn't taken a shit in 3 fucking weeks. I'd pay. I'm not a violent man myself, but I'd pay $100 to blow the head off of this rodent. And while I'm at it, the people that demanded he come back, they should be placed in the Iron Maiden or the Brazen Bull. That's what they should do. That's my Argy Bargy. Here we are, Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk, Hell's Half Acre. And Hell's Half Acre, we introduce a new woman to go against the loser of last week's Would You Rather, and it's Dianni Russini versus Fish-EyedFrida this week. Fish-EyedFrida, and no, it's not an even up equation. Dianni Russini, you get to do her for nothing.
Okay.
For Fish-EyedFrida, if you sleep with her, you get 14 free seafood dinners at not a top of the line place, but not a piece of shit place either.
Okay.
Middle of the road. Of the road. So, and this vote is really close.
Okay.
So I'm just going to read what I have here, and then we're going to give ours.
Okay.
First guy said, easy. Take off them bug-eyed glasses, flip her over, and stick it in. Then head to Red Lobster or any place with a really good fish sandwich.
Wow.
How about that?
Okay.
Then this guy said, I'm not a seafood eater, especially not something that smells fishy like Frida. I'd rather eat Italian. This guy said, Frida, I'm all in on this seafood. And then we just had some one-word answers. Diana, Russini. Seafood. This guy said, I'm taking one for the team without the seafood.
Wow.
Yeah, how about that?
Wow.
And then we got one more. Listen up, people. Oh, hell. Fish-EyedFrida. My 3-inch box destroyer would look huge to her, and I could slaughter some Cheddar Bay biscuits at Red Lobster afterwards. And re-energize for round 2.
Hey-o.
Plus, figure Frida's minge smells like a shithouse door at a tuna boat. Gets me horny just thinking about it. So easy question. Excuse me while I rub one off.
A shithouse door on a tuna boat.
On a tuna boat. On a tuna boat, yeah. Yet he voted for her. Okay.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, good to have him back, huh?
That's so good.
Okay. So, once again, we don't put a lot of thought into this, but it's fish-eyed. If you go with Fish-EyedFrida, you get 14 free seafood dinners. And Dianni, who's a very good-looking woman, you don't have to do anything. What do you got?
Oh man, so when you now that you say that, the first thing when I think of fancy seafood, some of that stuff, it's like going to those places where you got to cook all your own shit. I don't want to have to cook my own meal, and I always think of like crab legs at fancy fish places.
And you have to cook your own?
No, but it's a lot of fucking work. I just want to eat. I don't want to have to put all that work in to eat. I just want to fucking eat. I don't want the skewers and what's that place? The melting pot. What are those places called? I don't have to put all that work in. I just want to fucking eat. So I don't know. But I'm afraid if with Dianni, then everyone's going to end up finding out about it. And I don't know if I want my business to be out in public. So I think I'm going with the shithouse door on the Tuna boat.
You're going with Fish-EyedFrida?
It's just too good not to take, I think, this week.
Okay. And for me, I kind of had it nice because last week, even though she lost, I voted for Dianni.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
So that means I already did her last week. And I don't have money like you.
Oh, here we go.
14 free seafood dinners sounds pretty damn good to me. I could rotate a few different middle-ass restaurants and eat my ass off. So me and Fish-EyedFrida, we're going to, let me see. I'm going to be with her so I can slaughter some Cheddar Bay biscuits at Red Lobster. And going into this, it was 5-5.
Oh.
So me and you are the deciding votes. Fish-EyedFrida, 7. Dianni Russini, 5.
A 2-time loser.
Yeah,
wow.
Take that, Mike Vrabel.
Damn.
We'll be back with Samurai Chatter. Welcome back to Samurai Chatter. And this is for sports fans particularly, but everybody. I listed 4 coaches. Reggie Dunlop, Norman Dale, Patches O'Houlihan, and Lou Brown. Now, for those of you who don't recognize those names, Reggie Dunlop, he was on Slapshot. Norman Dale, Hoosiers. Patches O'Houlihan, Dodgeball. Lou Brown, Major League. Now, I posed this question to about 12 viewers, and I said, number one, who is the best coach? And give me a brief why. And then there was a second part to the question. I said, if you would rather play for someone else, give me the reason why for that also. So for the best coach, here's what I got. Anonymous answers. This guy took Lou Brown, crusty old school, know when to get involved and when to let the boys have at it. This guy said Lou Brown because Lou won at the highest level. This person, Norman Dale, first of all, he said, I would have selected Jimmy Dugan. Jimmy Dugan's from a league of their own. But the reason I didn't put him in there, I've actually coached men and women. There's a certain skill set, I think, that's a little different that you got to have. Not demeaning women or anything like that. It's just different. So I try to put the guys, people to coach guys. Here's the guy that would have selected Jimmy Dugan, but then he went with Norman Dale because he coached the ultimate underdog. This guy took Norman Dale, no nonsense, tough team and fundamental oriented. And this is to me, he said, never played for your dad, but they seem similar. And this said Norman Dale, today's coaches are too soft. Appreciate his hard-nosed approach. This guy, Lou Brown, a man, one with a bunch of misfits trying to lose. This guy, he wrote and told me this is way tougher than picking pieces of pussy. But then he never came back to me. So I don't know what he feels. Okay, this guy took Lou Brown because he took no shit but treated his players fair. Overcame the odds despite the owner trying to ruin the team.
Wow.
And this guy, who's a mutual friend of ours, I said, give me a brief lie. Norman Dale. That was it.
Nice.
I don't mention names. Shrew.
Of course.
This guy took Reggie Dunlop because he changed the way to play the game. This guy, Norman Dale, held everyone to high standards, showed flexibility, and maximized the skill sets of each player. And this guy took Norman Dale because he, once again, to me, reminded me of your dad.
There you go.
Okay. Now, on the second part of the question, the people that took a different coach for that they want to play for, this guy said Lou Brown. He seemed like the coach that was the most fun. This guy said Norman Dale, old-time small-town coach, pushing players to their limits.
Yeah.
This guy said Reggie Dunlop with the perfect game plan. This guy said Reggie Dunlop, no one had more fun than that team. Get that fucking stick in their side. Let them know you're there. And now, here's my favorite. Now, like I said, I just send these questions out.
Right.
This guy said, none of them. I'll play for Dave DiVenzio, though. None of them could carry his jockstrap when it came to having a good time and still getting the very best out of everyone on the team.
Wow.
How about that, huh?
Wow.
Yeah. From right here in Mercer. How about that? Yeah.
Damn.
How about
You got
that?
fans all over the place.
Absolutely. Okay. So, I guess I better get my pen. What do you say? Who do you think was the best coach? And if it's different for who you'd rather play for, who would that be?
Well, I ruled out Reggie Dunlop right away because I haven't seen Slapshot in 100 years, and it's a good movie, but I recency bias for me in some cases.
That's a pretty shitty reason, but go ahead.
Yeah. So then it came down to me because, and you and I have talked about this. I think we both were coached with negative reinforcement.
Absolutely.
And I just think that to me said, okay, it's either Norman Dale or Patches O'Houlihan. And as much of a dick as Norman was, he never threw wrenches at guys. And I don't know that gets more negative reinforcement than wrenches. And I'm actually glad his name didn't come up a ton. And I'm taking Patches because of he's the more negative reinforcement coach.
Okay.
And so I think he'd be the most successful.
Now, would you want to play for him too?
No. My answer's different. I actually would want to play for Lou, who I know is very popular in our answers here, but I think he would know how, listen, without growing up with a paternal influence, anytime you tried to structure me in any way, I've just revolted against that. Like anytime you offered structure, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm out. And he would know how to motivate me because he's like, hey, every time we win, we take a piece of clothes off, chicks and titties. That's all I need for motivation. And he would have had my attention. So it's Lou for who I want to play for.
Okay. I'm, damn, this sucks. I'm giving the exact same answers as you. Yeah. Patches O'Houlihan, here's why he was the best coach. Basically, he only had one addition to a team that lost to the Girl Scouts. He led them to the national championship and $50,000.
Yeah.
They did have one addition, but damn, with basically the same team that lost to the Girl Scouts, he won. So that, to me, that was the best coach. Okay. And my answer for who I'd rather play for mirrors you almost exactly. I mean, you got to take got to see the owner naked, the hot owner naked.
I am in.
Yeah, what an incentive that was.
That's right. I buy into that every time.
So yeah, I'm there. But final score here for best coach, Norman Dale got 6, Lou Brown 4. With us, Patches O'Houlihan 2, and Reggie Dunlop 1. And now with who you want to play for, Reggie 2, Norman 6, and Lou 5, I think, or 6. I can't remember. Doesn't really matter. No one really wanted to play for Patches. I understand that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I like negative reinforcement, but getting wrenches thrown at you and avoiding cars in traffic, that probably was a little bit much, although that was pretty good.
Good training.
Yeah, it was pretty good training. So there you have it. Norman Dale wins barely in both. Okay. Well, that's the end of Samurai Chatter, but I got a long quote from Rodney Dangerfield today. How about that?
Okay.
Rodney said, "Boy, is my wife stupid. Takes her an hour and a half to watch 60 Minutes. He said, and my daughter's no bargain either. In public school, she was voted most likely to conceive." So we're going to be back hopefully next week because we're the hardest working podcast in 4 states, the tri-state area in North Carolina, thanks to McElmont and Suriname. And I did add one.
Oh,
Eritrea.
whoa!
Is a country in Africa that doesn't allow podcasts from their populace.
Oh.
So we got to be the hardest working one there because
That's right.
there are none.
That's right.
So Eritrea, I hope you're tuning in because we're right with you. We're right with you. So we'll see you next week. And all I got to say is good night, Brian Mahoney, wherever you are.
Tiny, the prince, and everyone.